Hey warriors! The world moves fast. Everyone's rushing somewhere, chasing something, following someone else's map to someone else's version of success. And somewhere in all that noise, you forgot to ask yourself the most important question. Is this even my race to run? Right now, in this exact moment, you stand at a choice point. Not tomorrow, not when you feel ready. Now. One direction leads where most people go, comfortable, predictable, safe. The other direction, unknown, challenging, but alive with possibility. Marcus Aurelius said, "The impediment to action advances action. What stands in the way becomes the way." Most people see obstacles and turn back. You're about to learn why obstacles are actually invitations. Something brought you here today. Maybe you're tired of living half asleep. Maybe you're done making excuses. Maybe you finally realized that the life you're living looks nothing like the life you imagined. Whatever the reason, you're here because part of you refuses to settle. It's just decisions. Small ones, made consistently when nobody's watching. Choosing discipline when distraction is easier. Choosing action when comfort is tempting. Choosing growth when staying small feels safer. 90% of people will tell you to slow down, be realistic, wait for the right time. But you already know the truth. There is no perfect moment. Just this one. This breath. This choice. This opportunity to step onto a different path. Real quick, hit like, drop a comment, share this, and subscribe. Don't skip any part, because what you're about to hear could change everything. We're about to explore 9 principles that separate those who dream from those who achieve. Not theory, not fluff. Real, actionable wisdom for doing what 90% won't do. Are you ready? Let's go. If this resonates, drop in the comments. I walk my own path. Number 1. Work harder consistently. Nobody wants to hear this, but here it is. While 90% of people are counting down to 5 o'clock, the 10% who actually change their lives are asking, what else can I do? Working and working with purpose are completely different things. Most people show up, do what's required, clock out, repeat. They hit enough and stop, but enough is where dreams go to die. Seneca said we don't have a short time to live. We waste most of it. Every hour you give to mediocrity, you steal from your potential. Every day you do just enough, you fall further behind the person you could become. Working harder consistently doesn't mean destroying yourself. It means showing up when others make excuses, staying that extra hour to master your craft while everyone else already left, investing in your skills on weekends while others scroll mindlessly. These small choices compound. They create a chasm between you and everyone else. Look at anyone you admire. They didn't get there doing the minimum. They didn't achieve greatness only when they felt motivated. They understood that success gets built in quiet hours, in unglamorous practice sessions nobody sees. While others slept in, they were awake, working. While others complained about circumstances, they were changing them. Your competition isn't resting. Your dreams don't care about excuses. Someone right now is living the life you want because they worked harder than you're currently willing to work. But you can change that narrative. Today. Right now. With your next decision. Consistent hard work creates momentum. The first day is brutal. The first week is harder. But by the first month, you've built rhythm. By the first year, you're transformed. Not from one grand gesture, but from thousands of small disciplined acts compounded over time. Epictetus said no great thing is created suddenly. Same with your life, your career, your dreams. Every master was once a beginner who refused to quit. Every success story stands on a foundation of countless hours others weren't willing to invest. So, ask yourself, when the majority chooses comfort, will you choose growth? When others take shortcuts, Will you take the long road to mastery? When the crowd settles for good enough, will you demand excellence from yourself? The 10% aren't more talented. They're not luckier. They just decided their dreams were worth the extra mile, the extra hour, the extra effort. That decision, repeated daily, changes everything. If you're committed to putting in the work consistently, even when doubt creeps in and nobody's watching, type this declaration: I outwork my doubts. Number 2, be patient and persistent. We celebrate overnight success. We see the highlight reel and forget the decade of preparation behind it. We watch someone win and miss the 1,000 losses that came before. And this creates a dangerous lie that success should come fast, that if results aren't showing up immediately, something's wrong. Let me destroy that lie right now. Success isn't a sprint. It's not even a marathon. It's something most people have forgotten how to practice. Patience married to relentless persistence. Greatness gets cultivated slowly, like a tree growing strong roots before reaching toward the sky. You don't see roots, but without them, the first storm brings everything down. 90% quit because they measure progress in days and weeks. They start a business, expect profit in a month. Begin a fitness journey, expect transformation in 2 weeks. When reality doesn't match their timeline, they abandon ship, claiming it doesn't work. 10% measure progress in years and decades. They plant seeds knowing the harvest won't come tomorrow. They water those seeds anyway. Persistence isn't stubbornness, it's faith in the process. Every expert was once a beginner. Every master once struggled with basics. Every success story includes chapters of failure nobody mentions. That author with the bestseller, 3 novels nobody wanted, came first. That entrepreneur you admire, 2 failures before the breakthrough. That artist moving millions, years creating in complete obscurity. Patience teaches you something powerful. It separates the committed from the merely interested. Anyone can start. Few can endure. Even fewer can endure with grace, with determination, with unwavering belief that effort will compound into something extraordinary. Bamboo grows underground for 5 years, building its root system. You see nothing above the surface, but in year 6, it shoots up 90 feet in 6 weeks. Those 5 years weren't wasted. They were essential. Your patience isn't passive waiting. It's active preparation for the breakthrough that's coming. Seneca said, "Life is long if you know how to use it." Accept where you are. Embrace slow progress. Trust that every day of consistent effort builds something beneath the surface that will eventually burst forth in ways you cannot yet imagine. Your timeline isn't everyone else's timeline. Stop comparing your chapter 3 to someone else's chapter 20. Stay persistent. Show up when it's hard. Keep going when you can't see progress. Success doesn't go to the quickest or most talented. It goes to those who refuse to quit, who understand that time plus effort equals transformation. Number 3, never give up at setbacks. Setbacks are not stop signs. They're guideposts, redirecting you toward better paths. But 90% treat them as endings, as proof they weren't meant to succeed, as permission to quit and return to comfort. Let me tell you what a setback really is. It's life testing, whether you truly want what you say you want. It's the universe asking, how serious are you? How committed? Are you just interested, or are you all in? Most people fail this test. They meet resistance and interpret it as rejection rather than preparation. Epictetus said, "It's not what happens to you, but how you react to it that matters." Every person you admire has faced moments where quitting seemed logical, where continuing hurt more than stopping. The difference between those who make it and those who don't isn't talent or luck. It's the decision to take one more step when every fiber of your being wants to stop. Listen closely. The moment you want to quit is often the moment right before your breakthrough. That job rejection? Maybe it's redirecting you towards the opportunity of a lifetime. That failed relationship? Maybe it's clearing space for someone who will truly see you. That business that didn't work? Maybe it's teaching you exact lessons you need for the one that will. But you only discover this if you keep going. You only find out what's possible if you push past where most people turn back. Setbacks reveal character. They expose whether your commitment was real or just comfortable enthusiasm. They show what you're made of when lights are off and nobody's cheering. And every time you push through a setback, you become someone stronger, someone more resilient, someone capable of handling bigger challenges. The path to your dreams is littered with obstacles. That's not a design flaw, that's the design. Obstacles make your success meaningful, make you worthy of the destination. Anyone can travel a smooth road. It takes someone special to navigate rough terrain and arrive at the summit. So, when you face your next setback, and you will, remember this. It's not happening to you, it's happening for you, refining you, preparing you, making you into the person who can handle the success you're chasing. Don't give up, don't give in. Keep pushing past every obstacle until you create the breakthrough you deserve. If you refuse to let setbacks define you and you're ready to turn every obstacle into fuel for your comeback, prove it by commenting, "Setbacks fuel my comeback." Number 4, blaze your own path. A highway exists where most people travel. Well paved, clearly marked, crowded with traffic moving at the same predictable speed toward the same predictable destinations. This is the conformity path, where you do what's expected, follow rules everyone else follows, arrive at a life that looks like everyone else's life. Then another path exists through the wilderness, unmarked, uncertain, often lonely. But it leads somewhere the highway never will, to a destination uniquely yours, to a life reflecting your authentic vision rather than someone else's blueprint. 90% choose the highway because it feels safe. Go to school because that's what you're supposed to do. Take the stable job because that's what's expected. Follow the timeline society prescribes. Study, work, retire, repeat. And nothing's wrong with this path if it genuinely fulfills you. But for many, it becomes a comfortable prison, a life lived by default rather than design. Marcus Aurelius wrote, "The soul becomes dyed with the color of its thoughts." Stay true to your own nature. Don't be stained by the world's expectations. True freedom comes not from doing what everyone else does, but from having courage to do what aligns with your deepest values. Blazing your own path means questioning everything you've been told about how life should look. It means asking yourself not, "What does everyone expect of me?" but "What do I truly want to create?" It means being willing to disappoint people who want you to stay small and predictable because your growth makes them uncomfortable with their own stagnation. When you step off the well-worn road, people will doubt you. They'll call you reckless, unrealistic, foolish. They'll tell you to be practical, play it safe, do what everyone else does. But their doubt isn't about you. It's about their own fear, their own regret about paths they didn't have courage to take. Entrepreneurs who built empires blazed their own paths. Artists who changed culture blazed their own paths. Leaders who transformed societies blazed their own paths, not because they were fearless, but because they valued authenticity over approval, impact over comfort, legacy over conformity. Your path won't look like anyone else's, and that's exactly the point. You're not here to live someone else's dream or follow someone else's map. You're here to create something that could only come from you, to contribute something the world has never seen, because it's filtered through your unique perspective, talents, and experiences. Yes, your path will be harder. Yes, you'll face more uncertainty. Yes, you'll encounter obstacles highway travelers never see. But you'll also experience something they never will. The profound satisfaction of knowing your life is truly yours, that you built it with your own hands according to your own vision. Stop waiting for permission. Stop looking for validation. Stop following the crowd toward a destination that doesn't excite you. The wilderness is calling. Your unique path is waiting. If you're ready to step off the highway of conformity and blaze your own trail toward the life you truly want, show me your commitment by commenting, "I create my own path." Number 5. Accept discomfort as the price of progress. Comfort whispers promises, ease, safety, predictability. 90% of people spend entire lives chasing it, building walls of routine and familiarity around themselves, believing comfort equals happiness. But they discover too late. Comfort is not the destination, it's the cage. Every version of yourself that you admire, every goal that excites you, every dream that keeps you awake, exists outside your comfort zone, not near it, not beside it, completely outside it, in the realm of uncertainty, challenge, and yes, discomfort. Seneca said, "We suffer more often in imagination than in reality." The Stoics practiced voluntary discomfort intentionally, sleeping on hard floors, eating simple food, wearing rough clothes. Not because they had to, but to prove discomfort wouldn't destroy them. They trained their minds to be comfortable being uncomfortable. Understanding this mental toughness would serve them when real challenges arrived. Want a stronger body? You must embrace the discomfort of pushing muscles beyond what they can currently handle. Want a successful business? You must embrace the discomfort of rejection, failure, and uncertainty. Want meaningful relationships? You must embrace the discomfort of vulnerability and honest communication. Want financial freedom? You must embrace the discomfort of delayed gratification and disciplined saving. Discomfort isn't the enemy of progress. Discomfort is the currency of progress. It's the price you pay at the door of transformation. Most people, when they feel that discomfort, turn back. They interpret it as a sign they're on the wrong path, when actually it's confirmation they're on exactly the right one. Your brain is designed to keep you safe, not help you grow. It will scream at you to stop, to return to what's familiar, to avoid risk. This is normal. This is natural. But this is also the exact moment when you must choose growth over comfort, expansion over security, becoming over remaining. When you consistently choose discomfort, it stops being uncomfortable. Your capacity expands. What once terrified you becomes your new normal. You develop the ability to face challenges, not just when forced to, but by choice, building resilience like a muscle that grows stronger with use. The entrepreneur who cold calls potential clients despite fear of rejection gets comfortable with discomfort. The writer who faces the blank page every morning despite anxiety gets comfortable with discomfort. The person who speaks up in meetings despite their racing heart gets comfortable with discomfort. Gradually, their comfort zone expands to include what once seemed impossible. Stop running from discomfort. Stop interpreting it as suffering. Start seeing it for what it really is. Evidence that you're growing, that you're pushing boundaries, that you're becoming someone capable of achieving what your current self cannot. The life you want is waiting on the other side of consistent, voluntary discomfort. Not someday. Not when it gets easier. Now, today, with the next uncomfortable choice you make. Number 6. Take risks wisely and seek opportunities others avoid. Fear visits everyone. The bold and the timid, the successful and the struggling, the dreamer and the doubter. But what separates the 10% from the 90% isn't the absence of fear, it's the willingness to act despite it. 90% see a risky opportunity and immediately catalogue all the ways it could fail. They focus on what they might lose, what could go wrong, what others might think if they try and don't succeed. So they stay where it's safe, where failure is impossible, because trying never happens. And they call this wisdom, when really it's just fear dressed in reasonable clothing. 10% see the same opportunity and ask different questions. What could I gain? What will I learn even if it doesn't work? What will I regret more, trying and failing or never trying at all? Seneca said, "It is not because things are difficult that we do not dare. It is because we do not dare that they are difficult." The fear of the risk is almost always worse than the risk itself. But let's be clear, this isn't about reckless gambling. This isn't about risking everything on impulse. Wise risk-taking means doing your homework, preparing as much as possible, then having courage to leap when preparation meets opportunity. It means calculating the downside and deciding you can handle it, then focusing on the upside and going all in. Every major success story you know started with someone taking a risk others avoided. Someone said yes when everyone else said no. Someone bet on themselves when the odds weren't favorable. They faced the same fear everyone faces, but they took the risk anyway. When you start taking calculated risks, you build a different relationship with fear. You discover that surviving one risk makes you braver for the next. You learn that even when risks don't pay off, you gain experience, resilience, and clarity. You never regret the risks you took. You only regret the ones you didn't. Opportunities others avoid become your competitive advantage. When everyone else is playing it safe, there's less competition in the arena of the bold. When others are paralyzed by "what if it fails?" you're empowered by "what if it works?" This shift in perspective opens doors that remain forever closed to those who never knock. Stop waiting for guaranteed outcomes. They don't exist. Stop waiting for permission from people who never took risks themselves. Start asking yourself, what would I attempt if I knew I could handle any outcome? Then take that first step, knowing that courage isn't the absence of fear, but action in the presence of it. Number 7. Embrace your authenticity and uniqueness. A silent tragedy unfolds every day. Millions of people spending entire lives trying to be someone else. They study others' successes and try to copy the formula. They mimic personalities that aren't theirs. They hide their quirks, suppress their true thoughts, sand down their rough edges, all in pursuit of acceptance, approval, fitting in. And in doing so, they rob the world of something irreplaceable: themselves. 90% look at successful people and try to become them. They copy morning routines, habits, strategies, thinking mimicry equals mastery. But they miss the fundamental truth. Those people succeeded not by being like everyone else, but by being unapologetically themselves. Your fingerprint exists on nothing else in the world. Your voice sounds like no other. Your perspective, shaped by your unique combination of experiences, belongs only to you. When you suppress this uniqueness to fit someone else's mold, you don't just limit yourself. You deprive the world of a contribution only you can make. People who changed history, who left legacies that outlived them, weren't the best imitators. They were the most authentic originals. Einstein didn't think like other physicists. Frida Kahlo didn't paint like other artists. Muhammad Ali didn't box like other fighters. They embraced what made them different and turned it into their signature. Epictetus said, "Don't explain your philosophy, embody it." Authenticity requires courage to disappoint people, courage to be misunderstood, courage to stand out when every instinct tells you to blend in. Because the moment you decide to be truly yourself, some people will criticize you, some will distance themselves, some will try to pull you back into conformity. But this isn't a sign you're doing something wrong. It's confirmation you're doing something real. Stop asking, what do they want me to be? Start asking, who am I when nobody's watching? Stop curating a version of yourself designed for approval. Start expressing the truth of who you are, even when it's messy, even when it's unconventional, even when it doesn't fit the script others wrote for you. Your uniqueness is your competitive advantage. Millions of people can do what you do, but nobody can do it the way you do it. Thousands pursue the same goals, but nobody brings your specific combination of talents, perspectives, and experiences to the pursuit. The world doesn't need another copy. It needs the original version of you, the one you keep hidden because you're afraid it's not good enough. But that authentic self is not just good enough. It's exactly what the world is waiting for. Stop creating yourself in someone else's image. Start creating your own destiny from the raw material of your true nature. Own your uniqueness. If you're done trying to be someone else and ready to embrace the authentic, original version of yourself, let the world know by commenting, "I am authentically me." Number 8. Avoid limiting beliefs by changing your mindset. The prison most people live in has no bars, no walls, no guards. It exists entirely in the mind, built brick by brick from beliefs that were never questioned, assumptions that were never challenged, stories that were accepted as truth without investigation. Your beliefs about what's possible shape what becomes possible. Your beliefs about who you are determine who you become. And for 90% of people, these beliefs are inherited, not chosen. They absorb them from parents, teachers, society, past failures, and they carry them like chains, never realizing they hold the key. Marcus Aurelius wrote, "Our life is what our thoughts make it." A setback is just an event until you decide it means you're a failure. A rejection is just information until you decide it means you're not good enough. A challenge is just a situation until you decide it's impossible. The event doesn't have power. Your interpretation gives it power. Think about the beliefs you carry right now. I'm not smart enough. I'm too old. I don't have the right connections. People like me don't succeed at this. Where did these beliefs come from? Did you test them rigorously? Or did you simply accept them because they felt true, because they protected you from the discomfort of trying? Your past does not equal your future unless you allow it to. That failure 5 years ago doesn't define your capability today. That rejection last month doesn't determine your worth tomorrow. You are not your circumstances. You are your response to your circumstances. Strip down your limiting beliefs. Question them ruthlessly. Ask, is this absolutely true, or is this a story I've been telling myself? Reframing isn't positive thinking. It's accurate thinking. When you fail, you didn't prove you can't succeed. You proved you're willing to try. When you face obstacles, you're not unlucky. You're being prepared for something bigger. When you're rejected, you're not unworthy. You're being redirected towards something better, aligned with your path. Every limiting belief you release expands your world. Every story you rewrite opens new possibilities. The person who believes "I always fail" will interpret every setback as confirmation. The person who believes "I'm learning and growing" will interpret the same setback as progress. Same event, completely different trajectory, all determined by mindset. Stop letting old beliefs dictate new outcomes. Stop giving your past permission to limit your future. Start questioning every thought that tells you what you can't do, can't be, can't achieve. Because the 10% know this: the only limits that truly exist are the ones you refuse to challenge. Your mind is either your greatest asset or your biggest obstacle. The choice is yours. Choose beliefs that empower you. Choose interpretations that serve your growth. Choose a mindset that sees possibility where others see dead ends. Number 9. Pay the price for your dreams. Every dream has a price tag, not in dollars necessarily, but in sacrifice, discipline, and sustained effort when initial excitement fades and reality of the work sets in. 90% want the destination without the journey, the trophy without the training, the success without the struggle. But that's not how transformation works. That's not how dreams become reality. Epictetus said, "No great thing is created suddenly, any more than a bunch of grapes or a fig. If you tell me that you desire a fig, I answer that there must be time. Let it first blossom, then bear fruit, then ripen. Everything worth having costs something worth giving. The price of a fit body is early mornings and disciplined eating when others are sleeping in and indulging. The price of a successful business is years of uncertainty, rejection, and working when others are relaxing. The price of mastery is 10,000 hours of practice when others quit after 10. The price of meaningful relationships is vulnerability when it's easier to stay guarded. The price of financial freedom is delayed gratification when it's tempting to spend. Dreamers negotiate with the price, looking for discounts, shortcuts, easier paths. Achievers pay the full price up front, knowing nothing worthwhile comes cheap, that the value of the achievement is directly proportional to the price paid for it. Paying the price means investing your most valuable asset, your time, into your most important goals, even when it's unpopular, even when others don't understand, even when you're exhausted. The price also includes being misunderstood. It includes disappointing people who want you to stay at their level. It includes loneliness when you're working while everyone else is socializing. It includes doubt, fear, and moments when you question whether it's worth it. These aren't obstacles to success. They are the success, the transformation happening in real time. But when you pay the price, you earn more than the dream itself. You earn the person you become in the pursuit. You earn the character forged through discipline. You earn the confidence that comes from knowing you can commit to something difficult and see it through. You earn the unshakable knowledge that you're capable of far more than you imagined. 10% aren't more talented or more fortunate. They're simply willing to pay prices 90% won't pay. They sacrifice what others aren't willing to sacrifice. They endure what others aren't willing to endure. And because of this, they achieve what others can only dream about. Stop looking for the easy path. Stop hoping someone will hand you success. Stop waiting for the price to drop. Your dreams are waiting, but they demand payment in full. Your commitment, your discipline, your persistence, your best effort, every single day. The question isn't whether you have to pay the price. The question is, are you willing to? If you're willing to pay the full price for your dreams without looking for shortcuts or discounts, declare it in the comments. I pay the price daily. We started this journey at a choice point, where you decide who you're going to be. Now we arrive at another crucial moment, the decision to act. Everything we've explored today, working harder, staying patient, pushing through setbacks, blazing your own path, embracing discomfort, taking wise risks, being authentic, changing your mindset, paying the price. These aren't just ideas to nod along with. They're invitations to a different life, a life only 10% will ever experience because only 10% will do what we've discussed. Philosophy isn't about reading or discussing. It's about practice, about applying wisdom to the art of living. Today is your practice ground. Tomorrow is your practice ground. Every moment going forward is an opportunity to choose the path less traveled. You know what 90% are doing. You've seen it your whole life, choosing comfort over growth, making excuses instead of progress, following the crowd toward mediocrity. The question that will define your future is simple. Will you join them, or will you join the 10% who dare to be different? This isn't about perfection. You'll stumble. You'll have days when you choose comfort. You'll face moments of doubt. That's being human. But what matters is the overall direction, the consistent choice, the commitment to keep showing up, even when it's hard. Your future self is watching this moment, waiting to see what you'll decide. Years from now, you'll either thank yourself for starting today, or you'll wish you had. The choice is yours, and the time is now. Hit that like button, drop your most powerful affirmation in the comments, share this with someone who needs to hear it, and subscribe for more content that will challenge and inspire you. Now go, do what 90% are not doing. Your extraordinary life is waiting. If you're ready to join the 10% who actually take action instead of just watching, type this in the comments right now. I am the 10% starting today.